Yo guys, Punkrat with another video, and yep, I said Punkrat, not Punkrat. You read the title, and it's pretty self-explanatory. In this one, we're going to cover some of the most overpowered combos in the game. It's no secret that vanilla was not created with the intent of normalizing and homogenizing all damage output and class designs. There's huge differences between the different classes, and I'm sure it's also no secret to you that the potential for insane one-shot damage and other crazy combos are pretty synonymous with the vanilla experience. It's not like in the new modern version of the game where you just smash your face into 20 global cooldowns worth of damage on your enemy and only see your target lose maybe 40% of their health, if that, and where you're not really able to secure a kill until dampening forces the kill to actually happen. Arenas in 2019, by the way, what an exciting esport. Great job, Blizzard. God, I miss Wrath of the Lich King. So in the spirit of one-shot macros and other awesome combos which make PvP montages viable as great entertainment even to this day, which have been immortalized in our youth, let's go over some of the most OP combos in classic WoW. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first one that I'm going to cover is real nasty, and I mean real nasty. You're definitely going to encounter this quite a bit, and if you're not undead, it can be extremely annoying to deal with. So warlocks have the succubus pet, of course, which can seduce the enemy target, putting them in a charmed state for a very long time, sometimes lasting above 10 seconds on its first application in vanilla before DRs actually take effect. So a warlock will seduce you, which has you standing there like a statue, unable to move while he has his way with you. The combo generally attached with seduction is the Soulfire combo. So Soulfire is kind of like a pyroblast. It's a 6-second long casted massive fireball spell that does an absolutely immense amount of damage on impact. There's a couple of factors that make this extremely deadly, more deadly than a pyroblast on its baseline damage. So let's go over that. The first being the talents that you have access to in the destruction tree with Ruin and Emberstorm. So Emberstorm increases your damage done with fire spells by 10%, and Ruin increases the critical strike bonus of your spells by 100%, so doubling the bonus damage that you get from the critical strike multiplier, which is absolutely insane and is the reason why you see warlocks getting such massive crits, especially in the Burning Crusade. If you guys actually played in TBC, you know that warlocks are the only class in the game that's critting shadow bolts or critting regularly for above 10,000 damage. There's also a talent that reduces the cast time of your Soulfire by 2 seconds, so it's actually a 4-second cast. This factored in with Curse of Elements, which when applied to your enemy reduces their resistances by 75 to your fire spells. Correct me if I'm wrong here, guys, but from what I understand about the vanilla engine is you can actually go into negative resistances, meaning that if you're at 0 fire resistance baseline, it'll essentially put you to negative 75 resistance. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of how I've always thought about it, increasing the damage that you take from fire spells by a large amount. So all of this lined up together allows the warlock to seduce you, hard cast a Soulfire in your face, and basically just one-shot you if the stars align and the critical strike occurs. This is why I said it's annoying unless you're undead, since undead players can actually apply Will of the Forsaken buff onto themselves, immunizing them to charm effects for a little while and breaking that first seduction. But be ready for this one. I mean, it's real common, and there's gonna be tons of warlocks who are gonna have this playstyle in PvP. If you're playing a specific class that has access to a PvP trinket that breaks charms, you could also use that trinket and also have a fire reflector trinket. If you see a warlock, just switch your trinkets. At the last second of the warlock Soulfire cast, you can break the seduction with your medallion, and then use your reflector, your fire reflector from engineering, to reflect the Soulfire onto the warlock, and it's absolutely hilarious because he can one-shot himself. Now this next one has to be covered right after Soulfire, because it's very similar in a lot of ways, and I'm sure a lot of you guys already know what I'm talking about. We've got mages with their one-shot macro. So before even delving into the full combo, let's go over that base that's actually very similar to the warlock combo that we just covered. Rather than seducing your target into a one-shot Soulfire, you can do the mage equivalent in polymorphing your enemy and then hard casting a pyroblast into a fire blast onto that target. Generally on a crit, it'll either be a one-shot or the ignite tick will actually just finish the job for you, especially since the fire blast is coming right after. But where this combo really gets out of hand is when you go deep arcane with a side of basic fire talents, or arcane fire, and here's where you unlock the true one-shot potential. So here are the talents that make it all possible. First, we've got, of course, Pyroblast. And you guys know what it is. It's just a 6-second hard-casted fireball blasting your opponents to bits. Now, if we combine this with those two deep arcane talents in Arcane Power and Presence of Mind, Arcane Power increases spell damage flat by 30%. Yep, 30%, and Presence of Mind allowing you to shoot out an instant cast spell, so an instant pyroblast to the face, with arcane power to amplify the strength of that pyroblast. So there's two combos here that you can use, either just blasting it off mid-combat, so you maybe have like a starter spell to weaken up, soften your enemy a little bit, maybe a Scorch into a Fire Blast, a Fireball off a Frost Nova, whatever it is, and off that spell's completion, once you're off global cooldown, you could just let it rip with a full instant cast blast with the Pyroblast on the full macro. So trinkets up, arcane power, instant Pyroblast, and just one punch your enemy. Now the third alternative is actually more similar to the Warlock setup, but way more powerful, and honestly probably the most powerful combo in the entire game. So you'll sheep the enemy target, pop arcane power, maybe you pop your trinket, hard cast an entire Pyroblast onto that sheep, and then follow up that Pyroblast midair with a subsequent one on top of it. Pyroblast into instant Pyroblast, double boner, your enemy just became an organ donor. Oh, and not to mention that if it crits, you apply an ignite. If they both crit, you apply a 2-stack double Pyroblast ignite. And you have the chance to proc impact stun at 10%, stunning them off of that if it doesn't do the trick and kill them. I mean, let's move on, you guys get this one. It's busted. Now, next combo was made famous by the vanilla legend himself all the way back in 2006. His name was Kishkumen, or Mute. I mean, one of those guys, right? I can never figure that one out. So the guy who made that endless CC combo rogue strategy go mainstream in World of Roguecraft, killing rank 4 teens in the open world naked with just white starter daggers. This was largely possible because of this combo. It's the Cold Blood Eviscerate combo, where mages and warlocks will CC you then hardcast. Rogues do it a little bit different. They stunlock you and do it from behind. So rogues have a 10-second long stunlock combo in vanilla, meaning you're at their mercy for potentially 10 seconds on the opener. This stunlock gives them the window to straight up just annihilate you without you having much to say in the matter at all. So Eviscerate, if you don't know, is a combo point finisher ability that rogues have access to, which deals a large amount of base damage, and that's really the key here. It's base damage, which isn't based on your weapon damage at all, and maybe with a little bit of a boost to your attack power. You combine this ability with two talents. Improve Eviscerate, which is simple, it's just an increased percentage damage to your Eviscerate ability that you can stack up to 3 times in your talent tree, and of course, Cold Blood, which is a buff that you apply onto yourself, increasing your critical strike chance on your next ability by 100%, so guaranteeing a crit on your 5 combo point Eviscerate. So here's the combo. You cheap shot the target, and if you're PvP spec, this will most likely give you an extra combo point, leading to an easier 5-point kidney shot off of the cheap shot, which will then last 6 seconds on top of the 4-second cheap shot. Now with that 6-second kidney shot, you're trying to generate from 4 to 5 combo points on the target for a massive Eviscerate to end your foe's pulse, putting them face first into the ground. And this is where it's nice to be Hemo spec or Hemorrhage spec, since Hemo only costs 35 energy, allowing you to generate more combo points more effectively. There's also chance on hit effects in the game with your talents, and there's also some gear that'll restore energy on hit, so if that procs, it'll also help you a little bit. But the most common and consistent way to guarantee the extra energy that you need to reach that 5 combo point threshold within the 6-second kidney shot are these 2 items. The first one is Thistletea, and the second is Renataki's Charm of Trickery. So you can pop these in the kidney shot, restoring your energy pool, which instantly opens up that door for you to get max combo points before the kidney shot is over. Then Cold Blood and Eviscerate at 5 points with a guaranteed crit, and it's over for your enemy. A well-geared rogue can 100 to 0 most mid-level geared opponents doing this, especially Clothies, unless of course it's a mage who can blink, but even then, if you know what to do against a mage, or if the mage isn't very skilled, it's over for them. And they don't really have much to say in the situation. So get ready to be decimated in the stunlock combo by rogues in vanilla, guys. It's gonna happen, there's no avoiding that fact. Okay, now this one is one of my favorite on the list for sure. It's something that I've been doing for a long time in my vanilla days, and it's also something that I've spoken about on many occasions on this YouTube channel. It's the Ambush Scatter Trap combo. So this is specific to Night Elf hunters alone, but it can be executed on different hunter races as well. I guess you just have to hide around a corner, hide in like a brush around a tree or something like that, and just pop out once you see your prey running by. But for this video, let's keep it to the Shadow Meld version, so specifically with Night Elves. Here's the combo. As a Night Elf hunter, you can sit at a choke point, let's say in Alterac Valley at that midway point, with Shadow Meld applied so you're in stealth. You'll wait in the shadows for an unsuspecting prey to walk by like a fawn drinking from the river. Little does that fawn know, there's actually an alpha male crocodile waiting to snap. You could also get a cat that can prowl, so that pet can actually stay in stealth next to you, or if your pet can't prowl, you could alternatively just park your pet around a tree or just hide it around the corner. But even then, if you're just in stealth and Shadow Meld and your pet's just sitting there, your pet's health bar will actually go yellow, almost like a neutral NPC mob. And sometimes it'll bait people. I've had my pet sitting there with the yellow health bar and some little curious George comes around to check it out. What the hell is this bat doing in the middle of Alterac Valley? Boom, baited. You come out of stealth, scatter trap that prey, trap, hunter's mark, pop all your cooldowns, full aim shot combo right into their skull. This is super potent against cloth wearing targets specifically. You can straight up one shot them. Scatter itself does a decent amount of damage. I've seen it crit for like 600, so it softens them up before the trap actually hits, and then you mark them, aim shot, auto attack, and right after the auto attack triggers, you multi-shot immediately after. So it's a triple shot combo straight to the knee. If it crits, the mage is dead. Dunzo kebab. See you later, alligator. Not even close. I get so much satisfaction for this combo. It's one of the main reasons why I'm actually rolling Hunter this time around, is just because it's really fun to play. But it doesn't end there, folks. Like all of these other combos, there's always little extra details, right? So here's the scoop when it comes to the aim shot combo off of the trap. Remember for the rogue, we spoke about Renataki's charm of trickery? Well, there's the Hunter equivalent. Yup, you read that right. Resets the cooldowns of all your major shots. I really don't think it gets better than this. Imagine unleashing that full 3-shot combo, aim shot, auto shot, multi-shot, and then applying this trinket and resetting all of your shot cooldowns for another multi-shot on top of that combo for that quick extra burst, or if feasible in certain situations, you could add in another aim shot. So I mean, come on, pretty self-explanatory, you guys know exactly why this is on the list. And once Zul'Gurub comes around, because these Renataki trinkets are actually from Zul'Gurub Exalted, that is going to be my #1 focus on my Hunter, absolutely. And the rogues out there, you should be thinking the same thing once Zul'Gurub comes. Alright, now this one is maybe a bit more mundane, but nonetheless quite powerful. We're talking about Shamans here, and your immediate reaction to this is the Wind Fury combo, right? Unbreakable. Well, sorry to disappoint, but no, that would be way too boring. Everyone knows Wind Fury, and it's hardly a combo. It's literally called Wind Fury combo, but it's more of just a proc. This is the Elemental Burst combo, and it's one of the fastest casted, highest output combos that there is in the game, outputting a ridiculous amount of damage in basically the blink of an eye, globaling enemies with the power of the storm. I mean, it's simple. It's basically a chain lightning into a shock. Alternatively, you can do it with a lightning bolt, but it's way more reliable with the chain lightning due to the fast cast speed and the fact that it has the potential to hit multiple targets. Oh, and also the fact that the damage that it applies is instant. The chain lightning instantly tethers to the target and the damage goes through at the exact same second. And at the end of that chain lightning cast, you're spamming a shock and they both go on and apply at the exact same moment, which makes it much harder to react with shields or ice block, let's say. But it's not just the combo alone. Like everything else that we covered in this video, there's a talent to amplify the potential in Elemental Mastery. So Elemental Mastery works like Cold Blood, the rogue cooldown which guarantees a crit on your next strike. Well, Elemental Mastery guarantees a crit on your next spell and reduces the mana cost by 100% as well. So you pop it, chain lightning into a shock, and super fast just monster crit combo, one-shotting your enemy potentially, if you have trinkets up and maybe berserking applied from the Warsong Hut. Just a massive burst combo, straight to the noggin, double crit. Now for this combo, I generally like to be a Tauren, or honestly, as an Elemental Shaman, I think being a Tauren is much better. So if you want to execute on this combo, you can use a War Stomp. So the War Stomp is the racial for Taurens, and it's a 2-second stun. You could apply that stun and then full combo into it, guaranteeing the success of your spell combo. Super satisfying and really good against melee. Alright friends, there you have it, the most overpowered combos in Classic WoW. I'm sure this list did not disappoint. There's some pretty epic stuff here, right? This is what makes vanilla PvP so much fun. I always hear people complaining about vanilla PvP isn't balanced, blah blah blah. Exactly, that's the whole damn point. That's what makes it so interesting. It's not about the quote unquote balanced system where people are fighting for inconsequential ranks on an arena ladder. And trust me, I mean, I've always been an arena player and I do see the fun in that, especially in Wrath of the Lich King and TBC. But vanilla is about the experience. It's about witnessing and experiencing your class power and unique moments on full display. These cheesy moments are what make montages great in the first place, and most of us arena players got inspired by the PvP montages from back in the day, and that's what got us into the competitive side of World of Warcraft. This is the essence of World of Warcraft. It's about those awesome moments that cause endorphins to rush to your brain. I mean, man, I talk about endorphins rushing to your brain. I can't wait, guys. 12 days and we're headed back to the future. I'm beyond excited. So if you guys like this video and want to support my content, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Of course, you know the drill. Follow my Twitch for some memes, join the Discord for some more memes. Thanks for watching, friends. Hope you enjoyed it as usual, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.